All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach very well while I let this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to all them men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And on today, man, just basically getting on this guy, the so-called white man, have never did anything for you, man. You know? And ultimately, if he ever did something for you, it was an alternative motive behind it. You know, for a lot of years, Esau have been taking care of so-called black people. You know, especially the black women. And how have he been taking care of them? By the way of food stamps, by the way of daycare, even income tax season with your dependents. A lot of these people actually bank on their monthly wages that they get on Esau. But it's going to get a day, it's going to be a day, a time, and an hour when the Lord is going to cut all those things off. We can see it now. You know? He's cutting off. I know the child care with certain daycare, some places get free daycare, that's getting cut off. Certain people, food stamps are getting cut off. You know, your taxes are getting cut. And for the lack of better words, everything is going down into the nitty and gritty. And a lot of people would have never thought you would have been under this situation under the so-called white man. But that's what you get. You know, you're going to realize Sirach, the 12th chapter in the 10th verse, the hard way. Let's get this in Isaiah 30 and verse 1, though. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. And that's what Jake do, man. Jake actually buried themselves or baptized themselves in the Edomite way. It comes to the extreme. It ain't got to come to the extreme of you being a country redneck with cowboy boots and American flag waving. No. By the way of you speaking about generational wealth is a way of you saying you want to stay here in America, man. You basically saying you want to still stay in slavery. And you want your sons and your sons' sons to stay in slavery. That's what that generational wealth is really talking about, man. But us, you know, the Lord's house, the house of David, man, we're looking to rule the world. And ultimately to start off the whole new world in the way of righteousness, man. Because ain't no way can real generational wealth start in this society, man. You know? Because ultimately, 50 years down the line, they're going to bow out your grandson, or they're going to buy you out, or starve you out. The same thing they did in the time of the pandemic. A lot of these mom and pop stores, the higher middle class was knocked off. You know? And the reason why is because Esau was divided and conquer, man. It's going to get to a point when it's just going to be the super rich and the super poor. Nothing in the middle, you know? Let's get this, though, going back. It says that walk to go down into Egypt, and I have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's what our people do in a roundabout way. Again, when you need help, you run, you know, your stomach hurt, you'll go run to the hospital. You know, when you get in a dispute, you go call the police. You know, for the lack of better words, and even that's the curses upon us too. Matter of fact, let's get that. Because it ain't like a lot of things we can't help. Why? Because we're under the we're under the feet of Esau, man. Until a certain sense, we have to be submissive unto him. That Romans the 13th chapter, be subjected unto a higher power. But you don't trust in that power that's over you, man. No, you trust in the highest power, which is Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. You know? So let's get this in Deuteronomy 28, and I'm going to jump down to verse 48. It says, therefore shalt thou observe thine enemies, which the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in the want of all things. And that's it, man. So it gets to a point when Esau actually force you to go into his way. You can't get a car. You can't get you can't even get a tag without insurance. You can't get insurance without a license. You can't get a license without a social security number. And you can't get a social security number without actually saying that you're an employee for E, man, or cattle. You know? Let's go ahead and finish it off. It says, in the want of all things, and he shall put a yoke, an iron, upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And that yoke and iron is upon thy neck. It's symbolically, back then we had it physically, but it's still on our neck today, man. Because Esau actually have a lot of our people minds in chains, And one thing that I've seen on social media, a lot of people are making these jokes about these people crashing airplanes, a lot of these airplanes crashing, and how it's millionaires and things like that. They making it out of a joke, but this shit is serious, man. And it's going to be all so fun and games until it actually happening to you, man. And that's why even in the scripture it says, in their affliction, they shall seek Yahweh by Shemawashah early. Because it's going to take a lot of hell to be put on you for you to recognize who the devil is, man. But again, the house of David know about Job 9:24. Where and who is he, man? So let's go back into the Isaiah 30, and let's go ahead and go in verse 2 again. It says that want to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And right there it says to go down into Egypt, which basically meaning you're not disabling yourself, but you're debasing yourself, man. You're debasing yourself. You're losing your value just so you can be comfortable for a moment. Because that's the only thing that Esau can give you is carnal comforts, man. He can't give you a spiritual rest in the mind. A perfect example, this guy Lil Wayne, he's supposed to be the so-called best rapper alive. But guess what? He said he's suffering from depression. In the kingdom of heaven, it ain't going to be no word for depression, man. Especially for Israel, man. It ain't going to be no word for depression for Israel, but for you Edomites, you are. Let's go ahead and continue on to verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Yes, because you seen Esau doing good. You seen him doing well, and you desire that wicked seat. And when he let you sit down, it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. You thought he was going to put you on the same level. You thought, both of y'all was going to wear 3-piece suits and we was going to be partners together. Hell no, man. Again, never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So again, that rust is the process. It only gets worse over time. So instead of him hanging you in front of your face, he hang you behind closed doors and he put a mask on just so he can let you put your guard down and he can attack you. He can find your weakness, he can find your nakedness, and he can hit you in a level spot, man. Let's go ahead and get this real quick. This is the book of Proverbs 24 and verse 1. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. And that's what guys like Tyler Perry, CJ Stroud, but even these football players, man. CJ Stroud, AJ Green, Kirk Franklin, Tyson DeGrassi, all these people, they're being envious of Esau, and they want to be on the same seat, whether it be sports or whether it be science. As long as they be equal to the so-called white man, they think they'll be okay, but you're not equal to them. You might be better than a Joe Sixpack, but these elites still look at you as a nigga. Ask LeBron James, man. Let's go ahead and continue on. It says, for their heart studieth destruction, their lips talk of mischief. And yes, that's always in the back of Esau's mind. Even if he said, we're going to figure it out. He's not going to figure it out in the way of righteousness. No, he's going to figure it out in the way of destruction, man. Especially when it comes to Jake. And it's just now coming right now in this time period. That's why it's beautiful times that we're in. It's just now coming that we're seeing who the devil is. Because why? The characteristics of him. This St. John 10 and verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Right there, man. It says the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. And that sounds like an American, man. Specifically, the so-called white man. What happened when he came over here in the Native Americans, nursed this devil back to health, Did he appreciate them? Did he give them some sort of gratitude? Yes, he gave them a false sense of gratitude or a false sense of gratefulness. But when Esau seen that Gad and Reuben let their guard down, this guy went in for the strike, man. We're not going to fall for those games no more, man. Us that's in the spirit. But the ones that's in the flesh is still falling for the games that Esau is playing. Read this again. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have life more abundantly. And that's why we're all waiting on the return of Yahweh Shai. Because once Yahweh Shai returns, he's going to come and set all things straight. He even tells us that in the book of 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, how the last enemy that shall be defeated is death. And Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man, one of the nicknames for him is death, the harbinger of death. And even in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, he says he is as death, man. So let's get this real quick in the book of 2 Thessalonians 2. And I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. We fell away from our heritage, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Yes, it says that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Now, again, people say the son of perdition. You go to the word perdition, it actually means destruction. But the reason why the son of perdition was hid is because Cain knew that he had a heavy judgment that the Lord was going to send upon him, man. And for him to try to run away from that judgment, and one thing that he did, he changed his identity. Not only did he change his identity to the Swedes, the British, the European nations. No, ultimately he did the most disrespectful thing and said that his seed goes back into the nation of Israel. You might go back to Isaac, but your seed does not goes back into the nation of Israel. And this is what the prophet's here for. We here to set things straight and to identify things, man. We point this guy out in the middle of the room saying this is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man, whether you like it or not. Let's go ahead and finish it off. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Cesare Borgia. That's not the depiction of our Lord. No, that's the depiction of a white man that thou gave unto us, And again, now you can't even pour that off on a simple Christian. A Christian woke up here and say, well, that's false. He's Middle Eastern. And in a deep Christian, I say he's Arabic. But we know what the true skin color of the Lord in Revelation, the 1st chapter. It says his feet was like brass as it was burned in the furnace, which means what? He's a dark-skinned man. Let's finish it off, though. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. And it's revealed now, man. It's going to be more and more obvious as we get to that perfect day, like it says in Proverbs, the 4th chapter. Because, yeah, he is cool with you now, but you're going to see a whole different Edomite when the lights cut off, man. You're going to see a whole different Edomite when the food is scarce, Continuing on. It says, and now you know that he might be revealed in his time, which is right now, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's the way that the prophets do, man. You're being revealed, you're being consumed with the words, which ultimately are going to lead into a physical consuming fire upon your empire. And also a fire in Obadiah 1:18. Continuing on, even him whose coming is after the work of the saint, without power, signs, and lying wonders, and without deceivableness of righteousness. Yes, because he deceived people the right way to go, man. Tyler Perry, nigga, got gospel songs, Kirk Franklin, gospel songs, and all these different things. But behind closed doors, this nigga taking it up the back end. But this guy's supposed to be a man of God. But just because you say a couple of swear words, You the bad guy now, man. Let's go ahead and finish it off. It says, because they have received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Read this again. It says, without deceitfulness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because their unrighteous way of Esau that you're following is going to put you to death. And it's going to get to a point when everybody's going to blame it on the so-called white man, because that's what it goes back onto. Job 9:24. You know? Continuing on. It says, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And that's the reason why Esau can't be saved, because the truth is condemning you. And the only reason why 2/3 are not going to be saved, because you can't receive the truth. You know? So hands on the hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So yeah, I pray this video was edifying. We give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahweh Shah, Bahashum, Rakak, Radash. I want to give double honors to my apostle, elders, great millstone, and Shalom.